Welcome back, viewers and subscribers. It's your girl Star Flames, and we're back, baby, with another banging video. So, if you're new, you guys know the do. Be sure to subscribe to my channel, turn on your notification bell, and join the family. While you're at it, give this video a big thumbs up and help your girl out. Now, in this video, we're going to talk about Ye going unhinged on Twitter and Instagram last night into this morning. So far, so many people are saying they can't be down with Ye, they're cutting ties, and the list goes on. Now, in this video, I'm going to talk about one particular post. I may talk about the others. I did 3 videos last night. I did a video about him saying that he's going to sell Sean John merch, which he collaborated with Diddy on before his incarceration. And he said that he learned that Diddy cannot get money behind bars, so he's going to, give it to his child. I knew that was the initial move, but it's still not a good feeling. It's not entirely bad for him to do this, but it's not good either because we saw that man putting hands and feet on Casa Ventura. And if Diddy doesn't get the money by raising his own funds, it will be taken from taxpayers' dollars to, get him legal aid because he's, property of the government now. The government has to provide everything for him, and the government is the people. So you may say you're not supporting Diddy, but you are. You might not be supporting him, being out here free, but you're supporting his incarceration. So I just want you guys to be mindful of that your government is you. You are the people that pays everyone. Every single last one of you. You are the people, and you're the reason why, prisoners get fed medical attention, legal representation, and all of that. So I'm not entirely mad at his move to sell the Sean John merch because the money was going to come from elsewhere. It doesn't matter how we want to look at it. I'm not comfortable about it. I wish he hadn't done this. I wish, he would have just scrapped the entire thing. But there's, as I've said last night, there's something bigger going on behind the scenes that he knows, the men in the industry knows that they cannot talk about because they're under a slavery system. So he is now lashing out because he's trending. Things are going good for him. And people are saying that he's back with the industry. And when Sloan Bella did that video and said what Bianca and Ye did was a humiliation ritual, they're slaves of the industry, I said, no, I don't believe that. I genuinely believe a lot of things that Sloan says, especially when she sits down and do that energetic reading. But that post about Ye and Bianca was not one of them that I believe. And I believe that Ye has gotten a wind of what people are saying that he's controlled by the industry. So when he posted, I love Hitler. Know what, bitches? He's letting everyone know. You thought I was with the industry? No, the industry is run by Jewish people. So he's being provocative here. He's being directly, intentionally provocative here because the industry doesn't control anything that he does. He's a freelancer. And for the very first time, he's really free. So he's saying, I love Hitler. Know what, bitches? I am Nazi. So clearly, people are saying that this is a massive crash out. He's, losing it. He needs help. He needs to be heavily medicated. But I'm going to tell you all this, whether you want to believe this or not. He is okay more than all of us put together. Mind, body, and bank account, okay? He's okay than all of us put together. Now, the only thing that I would love from Ye is some more clarity when he says, I love Hitler, because you guys do know we have 2 Hitlers today. So he should have put which Hitler he's talking about, because I see people putting his face beside the very first Hitler that was, introduced to the world, the one that's responsible for the Holocaust. But we have a second Hitler today, and the second Hitler is the one that's responsible for the genocide against the Palestinian people. So he needs to be like more intentional by putting up which Hitler he's talking about, because the post that I'm seeing are people who just edited it and it has his face and the Hitler from the Holocaust. So personally, I would like to know, because I'm a sucker for details, in case you guys don't know. I am very, very detail oriented. I love to deep dive. Whenever I don't do that, just know that it's my grave disease that's getting the best of me on that day. But I'm a sucker for details. I love clarity. I love clear information. So I would say to you, if you're going to do this again, be specific, because we can't tell him not to do it, even if we suggest that he doesn't do it. The more we tell, this is the thing with Gemini. Like, I understand you like none other. Geminis are like this, okay? Let's say you get your nails done and it's pink and black with flowery patterns or design, and that person, may work in the same building as you do. That person may sit close beside you. And you're like, whoa, that's a really cute design. When you take off yours, I'm going to do mine like that. You know what a Gemini is going to do? Let's say it's February and you say that to them. When they go back to the nail tech, they're going to ensure that they repeat the same design, and they're going to ensure that they sit there, patiently wait, and be intentional with getting the same design, and they're going to get it for the rest of the year. They're not going to change it, because they believe that their expressive art and, whatever they do is just about them. And the moment that you believe that, okay, I'm going to wait until you change that hairstyle, or if you're going to tell them that I'm going to wait until you change that hairstyle or nail design, then I'm going to do mine like this, they're going to like, bitch, who do you think you are? So that's the Gemini energy. They're not going to tell you because they act louder than how they speak. For them, action is everything. If they're coming at you, if a Gemini tells you that they're going to kill you, it means that you're already dead. Okay? So that's how Geminis work. No, oftentimes with he often, barks and not bite, because he really is a person that says stuff. But when he says stuff, it's not what we think he's saying. He is frustrated by the industry being enslaved. He's frustrated by Black artists getting in trouble. But I think that he needs to be honest with himself, because all of them are enslaved. Once you're in the entertainment industry, you're either directly or indirectly enslaved. And when I say in the industry, I mean like if you're tied to a record label, you have a manager, production team, you're in the system. I did a video on it, like when Ye was cancelled, and it was around, so Ye was cancelled October of 2022. Takeoff was killed November, if I'm remembering correctly, of 2022. When the former music exec, Mr. Starbucks, was encouraging Black artists. He said that Black artists are targeted and pushed to promote toxic, violent, graphic lyrics in the culture. So as to, it's a form of subconscious therapy. So when you grow up and you keep listening to those songs, you then started putting a little bit of it into action. Sloan Bella spoke about this too, where she talks about the frequency in the music basically changes your behavior. It's a form of brain therapy. So I believe, remembering from what Starbucks had said, Ye knows a lot about what is going on. And I said this to you guys last night before he started speaking out and saying some of the things I said it to you from the very first tweet when he said free Diddy, because I was expecting this, and I'm not surprised that he has done this, because he's this kind of person. If he sees something, he's going to say something. And he sees a pattern. He sees a pattern of the lighter, brighter people getting away with crime and violence, while Black people are consistently held accountable. He doesn't see equality when it comes to the justice system, and the equality really doesn't exist when it comes to the justice system. So, as I've said, Ye knows a lot more than you and I do, but am I saying that him posting, I love Hitler, I'm a Nazi, am I saying it is correct? No. With me saying all of this, I'm not saying it is correct, because whether it might be, Hitler from the Holocaust or Hitler from the Palestinian people, I don't like any of the two. So I cannot subscribe to those things, but this is who Ye is, and it's not right. And the more we try to push onto him that and be like aggressive as he was in his delivery, the more it's gonna push him in this direction. I predict that he's gonna go away. He's gonna go silent. He's gonna go away. And he's going to pop up back, and he's going to tell us a little bit more about what is going on behind the scenes and why he said what he said. He's going to always be like this. Even when he's old, he's going to always be like this. This is how he was cultured. People will say, you're talking about him being hateful, or he was cultured to be hateful. No, he was cultured to be rebellious. And many of you may not even observe that he was cultured to be rebellious. He was not cultured to be rude and abrasive and aggressive as he's being, but he was cultured to be expressive. If you know his father history, if you know his mom's history. So he has rebellion deep in his veins, and that's not something that you nor I can change. He can't change it either, but he can definitely control it. The question is, does he want to control it? And I don't think so. I don't think he wants to control it. But I think that his actions are selfish, and that's where, it really rubs me the wrong way, because when you're a parent, you think about your kids and you think about the effects of your words, your actions, what it may have on them. Now, I've seen one individual saying that Kim Kardashian needs to file for full custody. Kim may not be saying that she loves, the Holocaust Hitler, but she does love the Palestinian Hitler. She does love it because she's bestie with Jared Kushner, and Jared Kushner is talking about how beautiful, the land of Gaza will be when it's rebuilt, and that's Kim's affiliation. Kim is besties with Ivanka. Donald Trump is telling the world that America will now take over Gaza, So you have to really think about it, not because Kim is not posting crazy and tweeting away crazy. It doesn't mean that she's not supporting a genocide. She is supporting the genocide. And when everyone was boycotting Starbucks, she ensured that she was captured with a Starbucks cup. So Kim is their slave. Kim does the same work that Ye does. She does the very same thing that Ye does. But the thing is that Ye does not throw rocks and hides his hands. Kim throws rocks and hides her hands. She used strategy. So if you're not looking at her little trails and her little pieces and put them together, you would think that Kim is a sweetheart. Kim would never, even when the kids were found in the rubbles with their hand pushed up through the rubbles, wasn't that Kim's last year Halloween display? Hands through the rubble. So we have to be smart, and you have to let your analytical skills really work for you. Kim is no better than Ye. And I think we've heard this so many times. when it comes to a lot of things, Kim and Ye, they're so much alike. So much alike, okay? But it's just that Kim throws rocks and hides her hands. Ye is gonna throw that rock and stand there with his hand folded, serious, looking at you with the impression like, yeah, mother, I did that. What are you gonna do? Ye is gonna be unapologetic about throwing that rock. Kim is gonna say she never did it and she would never do such a thing. And she's going to put her hands behind her back and pretend to be innocent Abby. So that's just the two. But outside of that, there's no difference. So I'm just saying, as it relates to Ye saying that he loves Hitler and he's a Nazi, you just make it clearer next time if you're going to do this. Also, I would suggest for the sake of your children, not you, because you can clearly take it because Ye has a strength like no other. He can clearly take it, but you don't want this for your kids to inherit because whatever you do, good or bad, or the indifference, your kids are sure to inherit along the way. But that's all I have to say about that for this video. Let me know your take. While you're at it, thumbs up, subscribe, stay safe, and see you guys in the comment section. Peace.